Hello, folks. So here today to speak about the upcoming Mars transit. The first note to make is that this is actually the beginning of a chapter, right? And it's beginning with a bang. Why do I say that? Because Mars is back in its element. And for some, this Mars is back with a vengeance. This movement of Mars brings to end a long 10-month transit where we saw Mars going back and forth from Gemini to Cancer. Back to Gemini and then back to Cancer, right? Basically since August of 2024. Sign of enemy, sign of debility. Mars is powerful in the sign of Leo, its friend, right? But there is some complexity here. Mars will meet Ketu in Leo. Mars and Ketu are compatible energies, but together they're excessive fire. It's the usual 6-week Mars transit, but the dates of caution is when we have this conjunction happening with Mars and Ketu in the Falguni nakshatras, right? This is the final week, like from July 20th till 28th, which is when things can heat up because both Mars and Ketu are traveling so close together and they're landing up in the Scorpio Navamsha. So let's talk further about this transit. So we're ending a difficult 10-month transit back and forth, right? Gemini, Cancer, neither a dignified place for Mars. For months, we experienced Mars in retrograde. And now we're about to look forward to a strong Mars in its own element, a place it does well. But on June the 7th, Mars will join Ketu. Ketu harms Mars, right? As it adds more fire to the fuel when they come together. And Ketu's energy is very, very subtle, but very explosive. It's restrained anger that erupts suddenly, leading to destruction. On the material level, Ketu may deliver challenges, misfortunes, and limitations due to bad judgment and self-doubt. I mean, which comes first, the bad judgment or the self-doubt? Usually it's the self-doubt, right? When Ketu is involved. The impulse of Ketu is to cut, to sever something. Unlike Rahu, which creates illusion, deception, frustration, leading to losses, Ketu will just simply cut away that which doesn't serve you and throw it away. Gone for good. Right? So beware of spontaneous decisions that could lead to a waste of resources. For context, we experience Ketu and Mars conjunction every 2 years, right? But here it's taking place in Leo. It will, of course, impact you if you're in the dasha of these planets, Ketu or Mars, or the Antardasha, or if it's taking place in a vulnerable house in your chart, right? Maybe Leo is your first house, your second house, your fourth house, your seventh house. The last Ketu and Mars encounter happened in Libra in October of 2023. The difference is that Mars will be in top form now, making this a signature for strong, willful actions where it is placed in your chart. You can be very determined at this time and focused on getting things your way. So this conjunction can give you extreme energy to tirelessly pursue your goals. It gives formidable fighting capacity, but needs to be used in a strategic way. Because here you can be temperamental and reactive, right? It can mean that something hidden is being revealed to you, and therefore you are reactive. Watch this particularly in business affairs, relationships with children, love affairs. Old hurts and memories can resurface, and you're reacting to this because you've held back in the past, right? Nodal connections always want to release past karma through sudden, unpredictable change. So let's talk about the ascendants now. How this transit may impact you. For Aries ascendants, Mars is Lagna Lord. It's also 8th Lord, transiting your 5th house with Ketu, right? So watch for angry outbursts at this time. There can be brash communication with children. In your business dealings, you may not have thought out your actions. You may meet someone where there's a romantic spark, but at this time, something could come to the surface and that there could be disruption there, right? With Ketu's presence, things actually move very quickly and they dissolve very quickly. It could also be that you're meeting someone from the past, but if you are in a recent, like a new, fresh relationship, then yeah, do be watchful there. You can experience breakthroughs in research at this time. If you wanted to return to finish up an old project or deal with an outstanding matter, now is the time when you can get like a spark of ideas. Sudden gain in wealth can be there for some people, again, depending on what your dasha and your chart, if it's supportive. Yeah. So for Taurus ascendant, the conjunction is in your 4th house. And this is difficult, right? Because here the mind is agitated. There's a feeling that something is not quite right. Domestic life can feel disturbed. There can be fights with a spouse, with a partner, with a family. And they're sparked from past wounds. It could also be that some of you are deciding to work from home, and you may run into some obstacles putting the final details into place. There can be abrupt move for some people. You may be hosting guests at this time that are bringing you stress. There may be something about your home that needs fixing up that comes to your attention, right? So what about for Gemini? For Gemini ascendant, you have 6th, 11th Lord transiting the 3rd house. So your mind will be quick. Your mind will be sharp. However, do watch for not to imagine the worst case scenarios in some instances, right? It's an excellent transit to resolve old conflicts and disputes. You'll have the upper hand, so you can go accordingly, but do watch for harsh speech. If you have your own business, you can run into some obstacle at this time. It's a transit actually that will make you very resourceful to solve any problem that you may have experienced. So it's a fantastic transit for you, Gemini. For Cancer ascendant, you have 5th, 10th Lord in the 2nd house. Career, money matters can be causing some rifts at this time. There may be conflict at workplace, with your boss. There may also be conflict with your family or your partner. If you have children, the conflict could be due to how money is being handled with your children, right? You can also have sudden gain from investment that you made in the past at this time. In fact, it's an excellent time to make money, gain from investment. Mars is, after all, your Yogark planet, so your best planet. But it's not the best placement in the 2nd house, though. Because it can give hasty, impulsive speech, right? Especially with your family members or those that are that you live with that are close to you. So that could cause problem. Leo ascendant. For you, you have 4th, 9th Lord transiting the 1st house. This is actually an excellent yoga. A fantastic yoga. It's a great yoga to pursue spiritual matters, philosophical matters. It's a great yoga for like travel, studies, making very quick progress in studies, for fortune, Bhagyasthan, going to the 1st house. Lucky breaks coming your way. You can shift your thinking due to a practice or something you've read. And that can also be there. So it's good for also understanding your beliefs and what you can let go of now. What you can let go of now, right? Ketu is there. Let go of beliefs that are holding you back, that are outdated. It can give opportunity for success with mentor or guide. Luck factor is present, right? But it can come in a strange way, the opportunity. Like something has to give first, maybe. Or it's a loss of like someone else's and like you're gaining from it. Like it could be something like that as well. You may be thinking of a move during this time. You may be thinking about a move at this time, but I think it's best to wait, right? There may be some issues with your home or property that you're dealing with. Maybe you're fixing problems from the past, for instance. Mars in the 1st house, of course, is not compromising. And here it can bring some unresolved anger to the surface. If you get into battle with anyone, you may win. You may win, but there might be collateral losses. It's nonetheless a fantastic time to assert your position because you will be seen and you will be heard. Yeah. For Virgo, Mars is a malefic planet. Moving through the 12th house can mean some unresolved feelings. Rage, anger, hate. Be cautious with long-term decisions now. 8th Lord in the 12th can also bring health problems. Some of you may need to seek medical care at this time. Sleep can be disturbed. Sleep can certainly be disturbed. Mars-Ketu in the 12th. And you can just feel like agitated with others at this time, right? There may be some surprise with investments, could be apparent losses, but better not to act if you can step back from that. For Libra, Mars is a Marka planet in charge of the 2nd and 7th houses, moving through the 11th house. It could result in a break of old relationships. You may also see relationships, people from the past, re-emerge in your life. Can be some adjustments with wealth matters, how you make money. Change of job can easily happen now. So if you're looking for something new, fantastic time. Secrets about other people can be revealed, either your partner or your friends. So for Scorpio, this is Lagna Lord in the 10th house. Fantastic transit, giving you energy, drive, stamina. Opportunities can come very suddenly at this time. It's a time to seize opportunities, new opportunities. Go after what you want. There can be a run-in with authority figures if you're too firm and standing your ground. It can be also with your clients. There can be a run-in, dispute, an argument. It's a fantastic transit. Ketu in the 10th can cause some disturbance, usually with superiors, with bosses, people that you report to. You could be dealing with unreasonable demands from them as well, right? So it may be tempting to lash out, be assertive. Try to maintain calm where possible, if possible. That's good transit for Scorpio. Sagittarius, 5th, 12th Lord in the 9th house. It's a good yoga for moving abroad, for traveling. Travel abroad can bring some hiccups though, so plan for some frustrations. Father's health can cause some worry at this time. It could be a fight also happening with a father, actually. If you're in the legal field, it's a good time for presenting your arguments. Yeah. For Capricorn, this conjunction takes place in your 8th house. Don't make quick decisions at this time. Practice caution where you can. It's not an easy place for hosting Ketu and Mars. Ketu alone, it's not an easy place to host, but Ketu and Mars can result in health issues. You can feel overburdened. You can feel overstressed. Fights with family can ensue. It can be due to money matters. In-laws and partner can also be dominating at this time. Yeah. So for Aquarius, this is taking place in your 7th house. So you're going to encounter some issues with your partner at this time. It's a difficult time, actually, for love, relationship matters. Some of you can meet people from the past at this time, resolve old conflicts, but that's kind of the best case scenario with this. Usually it is cutting off people that you are involved with or having kind of a big meltdown with a partner. It's a tough conjunction, also if you have your own practice or business, so you can see some drama there. So it might be time to cut your losses in business dealings and just like move on and let go. For Pisces, this is happening in the 6th house, so there can be some health issues for your father that are resurfacing at this time. It can mean necessary surgery or procedure. If so, it's best to kind of wait it out for some time. Yeah, you can face opposition or conflict with your relatives as well. From your work colleagues, there can be some conflict or opposition. People can be working behind the scenes against you, that like jealousy, competition. There can be some struggle at this time, so it might feel like you're going through an unlucky phase. So, yeah, all the best.